Hey, how's it going?
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Angus.
Hey, I'm Vince.
So what do you do, Vince?
So I'm the founder of Rollie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm at TAFE at the moment doing fashion design, and I graduated from VCE VM last year.
Oh, awesome. Do you want to come in? I'll show you around.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so this is the space.
Wow, this is really cool. I like how everything's laid out and you can see all the products.
So I heard you've done the VCE Vocational Major, is that right?
Yeah, I graduated year 12 last year and completed VCE Vocational Major. Yeah, the program itself covers a wide variety of skills. They prepare you to be in a work environment. That's why you do work placement. And I did TAFE 1 day a week, which was fashion design. And then I also did vet subjective engineering metalwork, which I really enjoyed. And yeah, that sort of blends in with your normal classes.
So did they help each other? Like, why did you choose those two?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed the metalwork stuff, and then I got into fashion, and there's more similarities between them than you would think, especially on the manufacturing and product development side of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things like figuring out how something's going to work and all the logistics that, yeah, can definitely go from producing a garment and producing like a piece of metal machinery or whatever you're making.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've definitely found over the years, if a designer knows how something's made, they're definitely a much better designer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, being a part of the design process is, yeah, a very important thing, I think.
So when did you first get into fashion?
Yeah, a few years ago I just started sort of consuming fashion media and looking at different designers, watching videos and stuff, and then yeah, just started off as a hobby and fell down the rabbit hole and yeah, realised this is what I really like and can see myself doing a career in this, and then yeah, just went from there.
Yeah, awesome. Are there any areas of fashion that you really particularly like, or any designers?
Yeah, I'm really interested in the more avant-garde experimental side of fashion. Just the way clothing can kind of change the way you look and express yourself. Yeah, it really interests me.
Oh, cool. So like Rick Owens sort of vibe?
Yeah, Rick Owens is definitely one of my favourites, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
What got you into footwear and wanting to have a shoe company?
Oh man, such a loaded question. But I guess I was a multimedia designer first. I started off and ended up getting a job at a shoe company. And so 12 months in, I decided, look, I'm probably going to leave and work at a design studio, or I'm finding this product stuff really interesting. And so my boss took me under his wing, and I became the 2IC and travelled around the world for the next 5 years doing all the trade shows and factory visits, and just, yeah, was designing. I originally started designing on Photoshop. And just sort of basically did my internship there. So yeah, when I started the brand, I'd already had 10 years of experience, and I think that really helped sort of give me the foundation of knowing what to expect, and just really being able to build on the knowledge that I had. So I'm guessing that's quite similar. You had to do a placement in the course that you did?
Yeah, I worked with a designer, just a studio assistant, so sort of odd jobs, but it gave me a really good insight into what it's like actually being in the industry, and yeah, sort of taught me a lot that I wouldn't learn just from a formal education at university or TAFE.
Yeah, right. So like, what would the dream job look like for you?
I reckon owning my own business one day would be really cool, whether that be my own label or something on the development side, like a pattern making freelancer or something. Yeah, I think that would really interest me.
Yeah, so if you could make anything right now, like what's the one thing that you'd love to make?
It would be really cool to make maybe some sort of outerwear or like a nice jacket. Yeah, make it fit very well and sort of a bit of an elevated basic thing. That would be really cool.
So how will I know it's yours?
Well, I've got a piece with me today. If you want to have a look. Yeah, I think it shows how I see things, and yeah, it shows my design really well. Yeah, so I've brought in a dress I've been working on here. This is just in the sample fabric, so it's complete design's going to be in a different one, but it's a hooded sleeveless dress here, and it's got this deep V-neck, and yeah, the front panel kind of fades right into the hood, so there's no seam here, making it seamless there. And then I've got these panels on the side here just to add a bit of a touch, and then yeah, that's ankle length all the way down to the floor. Yeah, it
looks awesome, man. You should be really proud.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So what's your process look like?
Yeah, so I just started off with a design in my head, and then I put it into Adobe Illustrator and kind of worked on it and tinkered with it a bit to make sure it was, yeah, the thing I was happy with and pretty proud of, yeah. here is the file here, and that's the dress there. So
Yeah.
yeah, you sort of start with a basic dress block, and then you can manipulate it to make it longer down the bottom, and then draw these panel lines in and do the curved hood, and put in the facings there and stuff, and then sort of just what it would look like as a 3D view, but just in a basic line drawing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's unreal seeing it in Illustrator. It's quite funny because that's how I started and that's how we still do it today.
Oh, yeah.
So you mentioned that you want to, start your own brand, and now with everything moving so fast and there's so much content that's being absorbed on, Instagram and TikTok, and it's changing all the time. How, are you going to use that to your advantage? How is that going to influence, I guess, how your brand looks and how you speak to the customer?
I think a big part of a successful brand isn't just following trends. It's sort of having your own design language and something that you're proud of and that is good, and then the rest is just figuring out how to make it profitable and make sure other people are going to want that as well.
So with your own brand, have you considered sort of the angle you're going to take around sustainability and ethics?
Yeah, I think sustainability and ethics are very important in starting a brand. Yeah, the things consumers definitely want at the moment. Yeah, I think things like using sustainable materials, natural fibres, things that can decompose and aren't just like plastic polyester that are gonna, end up in landfill and never decompose. So I think that's very important. And on the more ethics side of things, I think manufacturing in Australia is great. So sort of supporting the local economy and you can go visit the factories and make sure they've got good business practices and things like that.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I did a eco collection once, which was all around sustainable materials, and we broke down every single component and worked out whether it was recyclable, biodegradable. We used cactus leather, actually.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So, I always try not to use like polyurethane or anything that's, essentially trash and something that would take hundreds of years to degrade. So I think sustainability is a super important part of a successful brand moving forward now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about entering into the workforce?
I definitely feel more confident and comfortable having done VM, because definitely the work-related skills class as well as the work placement definitely helps, sort of gives you an insight into what it's going to be like and how to work with a team and just be part of a business, I guess. Thank you for having me today. I really appreciate being able to look around the studio.
Of course, no, it's been awesome having you around. So just to see the next generation stepping up and with so much talent, it's been really great to get to know you.
Yeah, it was really cool sort of having a look into the way you design things and how you approach making a shoe. Yeah, it really inspires me.